excuse me today. Please excuse me. When I'm out and about, of course, I have to go live on my phone. And when I am live on my phone, guys, whenever someone call while I'm live, the live is like completely disturbed. So then you guys can't hear, and it messes up the whole live, And sometimes people don't know that I'm live. So I apologize. We're doing the live all over again. Um, Hold on a second. Jean Thomas says, I wait, you said 12 today. I know, guys. I'm handing some stuff in the background. And this stuff here, I've been told, not to share it on YouTube. So that's kind of like why I'm not sharing this on YouTube. And I had someone to come over, and I had to be there to speak with them. And they came like right at 11:50, and that was the whole mixed up. But guys, share the live. Come on back. And I know you guys some of you guys spend your break with me. So please share the live again. Before I was interrupted, we were talking about Mexico filing a lawsuit against the United States, against the gun makers in the United States about the violence which has been taking place within their country, and holding the U.S. gun makers accountable for the violence. And we do have a guest that's coming in that would like to speak more on the subject with me, and kind of can speak more about it. But my thing is, guys, I feel that Haiti should jump on the bandwagon too and put their name on that lawsuit, because we don't manufacture guns here. And guns that are coming from wherever they're coming from have and continue to cause so much havoc within our country. It has caused so much problems, so much bloodshed, and absolutely no one is taking responsibility for what is happening within our country. So, Haitian Warrior King, how's it going? Hello to the Queen of Haiti. Such huge title, such huge title. So, guys, please share, interact too. Let me know what you guys think. Haiti don't make guns. On nous dit que pays a pas fait ça, vous comprenez? Là, nous est toutes zam ça qui a pas entré dans le pays. Est-ce que nous jamais de tête nous des séries de questions côté au sorti? Where are they coming from? And who do we hold accountable for what's happening so rapidly in our country? So I ask that you guys please share the live with others, and diasporas, you guys can make a difference. We've seen the difference that you guys have made in this country with the canal. Make your voice heard. Also, even though the first appeal was the first, hold on a second, the lawsuit was originally denied, but Mexico is still appealing that lawsuit, and asking for $10 billion in retribution because of all of the loss which they have suffered due to gun violence in their country. Can you imagine if Haiti would start standing up to some of these gun makers for retribution? Jou que nous-mêmes nous commençons camper tout pour nous dire comme ça que Haïti pas fait de série de bagailles si qu'elle y a pédé entrer dans le pays en masse comme ça, et gen un pays, gen un monde pour nous prendre responsable. Gen un monde qui pour responsable dans le pays. Et travail ça, c'est travail diaspora pour lier. C'est nous-mêmes diaspora qui camper jam pour nous combattre pour pays, hein, et pour série de gun makers in the United States qui a commencé à gagner conscience et pour yo prendre responsabilité parce que gun problems c'est tout côté lié, c'est vraiment oui. Mais nous déjà dans un pays qui a marché sans l'ordre, pays a vu dans dernier état net. Et chaque jour, nous tendons violence à venir plus mal dans le pays. The violence, guys, continue to get worse and worse within our country. It's not getting any better. Ouais, bagay yo de jour en jour parce que jodi a gen penan nous qui a prend conscience et nous pas faire des séries de bagay li fait pi plus dans pays a. Li temps pour nous camper, pour nous commencer parler avec un peu moun yo qui fait ça. Non c'est pour nous aller dans racine problème non. Please share the live, guys. As you come in, don't forget to hit the like button. Don't forget to hit the like button. We have a guest coming in. Our guest is a little late because it was a short notice. But to begin to start the live, we're talking about Haiti today, guys. That's the title of the live. C'est titre n'a parlé de Haiti jodia. Là, on parle de Haïti jodia. Ou pas dire plus fort Haïti c'est territoire perdu non parce que ça est pas vrai. Ou gen plus kote nan peyi a ki an la pe, men ou gen un gros morceau ki nan peyi a ki komersyal ki represente peyi a, ki vreman pa an la pe. So you have a lot of areas in Haiti that are at peace. But to get to those areas, and commuting in the commercial areas that basically represent Haiti, they're not at peace. So Haiti is a country with several places, and one of the biggest problems in our country is gang violence. It's gun violence, guys. 3 likes and 51 watching. Yes, guys, please hit the like button, guys. Pa oubliye pou nou peze like lan, guys. Pa oubliye pou nou peze like, partager et abonner avec channel la tout si nou poko abonner. Hold on a second, guys. Please share. Let me share the live. What do you guys think? Haitian Warrior King that's watching, that I know is watching. Or I'm not sure if Mrs. Seal is still here because I know he's on his break. What is it that and Jean Thomas, what do you guys think of the gang violence within our country, the gun violence in our country? Do you think that U.S. lawmakers, U.S. gun makers should be held accountable with what's happening? And if you wasn't in the live earlier, so I might have to bring you guys up to date as to what I'm talking about. So let me. So I had this article which was shared with me yesterday. Mexico is filing a lawsuit against U.S. gun makers for being responsible for the the gun violence that's happening within Mexico. Um, I will read. Should I read the article again because this is a whole different live? Let me know, my brother. Should I read the article again for those that are watching and may not even know about what I am talking about? I will. I should because I remove the live every time when it's for those that will be watching afterwards. I did remove the other live, so I'll redo this live. Fernando Fernandez, but why only U.S. gun maker? The cheapest handguns and rifles are not made in the U.S. For Mexico, that's what they are doing, okay? But they're also not just claiming for the cheapest handguns and rifles. The Mexican lawsuit is due to how easy it is to move guns from the US and into Mexico. But guns shipping to Haiti don't necessarily come from the US. That's true. That's true, okay? But we need to hold somebody accountable too. US is the closest country to us. The US is the closest country to us. And we're not going to say that all of it come from the US, but we know that a bulk amount of it does come from the US. It comes right into our border. Okay, so I'm going to read the article again. On June 19, 2020, Mr. Steele said the Haitian government responsible for gun control, border patrol in Haiti will create jobs also in Haiti. That's true. We need, bonjour, ma femme, oui, ou même. We need border patrol in our country. And obviously, they say that at this time we do have border patrol, but how well is it working, guys? How well is it working? I'm going to read the article, which I shared some of it earlier. I'm going to try to read it fast. That way, you get an idea as to the comparison that I am doing today. But on June 19, 2021, a convoy of armed men drove into the border city of Reynosa, Mexico in the state of Tamaulipas and opened fire on pedestrians. For more than 8 hours, gunmen roamed four neighborhoods, kidnapping and killing 15 people, including two cab drivers, a nursing student, and a group of construction workers. After security forces were deployed throughout the city, four suspected gunmen were killed. In the days that followed, rumors spread on social media. People in Reynosa were afraid to go back out into the streets. Factories shortened their night hours to protect their employees, and local businesses closed early. 3 days later, the Attorney General of Tamaulipas, Irvin Barrios Mojica, said the motive of the attack was to destabilize Mexican society. The attackers belonged to a cartel that was looking to gain control of the area surrounding the Far Reynosa International Bridge, which straddles the U.S. Mexico border. The authorities seized a formidable amount of weaponry from the man, about 180 cartridge cases in total, as well as five long guns and several 223 caliber magazines, which are commonly used in AR style semi automatic rifles. These weapons had one thing in common: they came from the United States. The Reynosa massacre is just one recent entry in a long list of violent acts committed with US made weapons in Mexican territory. At least 70% of guns recovered at crime scenes in Mexico between 2014 and 2018 were trafficked into the country from the United States. All you guys can still, am I back? Of the 40 million guns manufactured annually in the United States make their way into Mexico, amounting to more than 500,000 weapons a year, hitting inside vehicles, appliances, and furniture, or trafficked by sea in a sealed shipping containers. US made weapons are bringing violence from north to south, according to the Mexican government. In 2021, Mexico filed an unprecedented lawsuit against US weapon manufacturers and a firearm distributor in the district court in Boston. The first suit filed by a foreign government against the US gun industry. The lawsuit named gun manufacturers such as Barrett Firearm Manufacturing, Colts Manufacturing Company, Smith and Wesson brand, Glock, Beretta, and Century International Arms, and aimed to hold them responsible for facilitating the flow of weapons across the border. The complaint was dismissed by the district court in September 2022, and Mexico filed an appeal in March. On July 20, on July 24th, the Mexican government urged the U.S. Court of Appeal in Boston to revive the suit, arguing that a U.S. law does not protect U.S. gun manufacturers from being sued over gun trafficking that leads to violence in Mexico. A ruling is expected in the coming months, but this lawsuit could potentially set a precedent for cross border litigations and strengthen the global fight against the illicit arms trade. The Mexican government is seeking at least 10 billion in damages for economic harm. Yet the primary aim of the lawsuit is more ambitious: to curb gun violence, to curb gun trafficking by forcing changes to the business practices of US gun companies and putting for tighter control on their distribution system. Hello, Jessica. How's it going? How's it going, guys? So I'm back. I was reading the article that I'm talking about. I know I read it earlier, but rereading it for you guys that's watching this live, because I ended up taking the other live down because of hello, how's it going?
It's going great. It's cold. It's like 14
Okay,
degrees here.
okay. Well, try and stay warm over there.
Yeah, I got the thing. I got the AC or AC. Have the furnace turned up. Yeah, I'm good. I'm good to go.
That's
I'm
what.
used to the cold.
Okay. So tonight, I'm talking about tonight. I'm used to being live at night, but today we are talking about, especially Haiti today, and then I had an article which was shared with me on the lawsuit which Mexico filed against U.S. gun makers, and I feel that that is a stance that Haiti should take as well. And I just want to welcome you. Please introduce yourself as a guest on the show for this afternoon.
Oh, it's not showing up on there on the screen.
Yeah, everyone can see you. I'm live
Yeah, but they can't.
already.
Yeah, but they can see my name. They can't see my name.
No, no, they cannot see your name on here. We're not
Ah,
on StreamYard. We're
uh,
directly on YouTube.
okay, okay. I'm the Italian stallion, aka the gangster bankster. There's a reason behind that, which we won't get into today.
Alrighty. So what do you think, as an American, of the lawsuit that Mexico filed recently?
Well, it's bogus, and I'll tell you why. Okay, and I'm going to be politically incorrect here, and this is out of my own experience, my upbringing. Um, I was actually born in West Virginia. West Virginia is all mountains. It's the most mountainous state in the country. A lot of rural areas. A lot of people have guns. I mean, it used to be, you'd have these big pickup trucks with, rifles in the back to go deer hunting and all that kind of good stuff. So, so I've been around guns all my life. We had them in the house, people hunting, I mean, so forth and so on. Now, I'm going to explain something to you. I watched another YouTube station a couple weeks ago. There's a retired DEA agent. He's a Mexican American, and he had a complete story about Mexico because he was, he retired back in the 90s. This guy's probably in his mid to late 70s, and he's had all kinds of awards and everything else. I can't remember, it's Hector something. I can't remember his last name. It gives with a B. But anyways, very intelligent guy, very educated, so forth and so on. But what he was saying is in Mexico, especially today, the government and the cartels are working hand in hand, whether you can believe that or not. And what's happened is different cartels have different people paid off all the way up through close to the presidency. And he made a comment. The interviewer asked him a question and said, "Well, why doesn't the president do anything about this of Mexico?" And he said, "If they were to do that, there would be a coup in the country because there's so many generals that are paid off by the cartels, they would turn on the president." And this guy's very credible. So think about this for a minute. They would file a lawsuit because they, at the end of the day, I mean, they can do that, but they know it's not going to go anywhere. But the bottom line is that the cartels and the government are working hand in hand. They want to keep guns illegal in Mexico. And this is what's happening here. You got citizens that are, have their, have businesses. So, I mean, they're just regular citizens. They can't own a gun to keep in their own home. So, by making guns illegal in Mexico doesn't stop anything because the cartels they have all the guns, they have everything. They're going to be, they're basically can do what they want. And they know that most citizens don't have a gun because it's illegal. Now, if you think about this for a minute, let's just say, that the police and the government and the cartels all work together. If they find a citizen with a gun, they're going to incarcerate that person. They have really stiff penalties in Mexico. I remember going across the border years ago over in Nogales, and it would have signs there on the U.S. side not to have any ammo or any guns bring into Mexico from the United States. They should be in all the border, cities. And, that's a reminder not to bring anything in because there's really harsh penalties in Mexico by bringing guns. But that doesn't stop the cartels from having it. So, some of this bloodshed you see, like you reported on last live, had those citizens or those business owners had the guns to start with, would all happen? I mean, it's a question to really think about, and it's people that kill, and not the guns itself. I mean, and if you did eliminate the guns, let's just go for another part of this. Let's just say you eliminate all the guns, okay? They would just find another weapon to use. You've seen that in different countries. They're using vehicles. You've seen in France where somebody got in a vehicle and just went and just plowed over like 20 people in Paris. So it isn't by, you have to change the behavior or have penalties on the people that are handling the guns in itself. And see, the Mexican government's never going to do that because they're paid off all the way to the top, next to the presidency. So, you're never going to see that. I mean, yeah. At the end, the only solution, and I don't see that the guy that's the retired DEA agent. The only thing he said that I disagreed with him was he said the United States literally has to declare Mexico a terrorist state where it allows the military to go in and wipe everybody out. But the only problem with that is even if they were successful and the Mexican government were to let them come in and everything else, it just temporarily takes that away because what drives the cartels is the money. The money is the drugs, and who's the consumer of the drugs? It's us. People here in the States. We're the ones with all the money. We're the ones consuming. So, you almost have to look in the mirror and say, where's it driven from? Anywhere there's money to be made in any kind of illegal industry, you're always going to have a supplier. So by wiping out the cartels doesn't do anything. So what you have it's on the demand side. You have to cure the demand for it. And I think we talked about this before about that doctor in WVU. About the
Well, I was using the article, and that's really good what you're saying, but I'm using it in reference for Haiti. Okay, Haiti have a major issue with guns that keeps coming into the border. And I feel that Haiti do need to file some type of lawsuit too in defense of the Haitian people because we do not have any company that manufacture guns here. Why so much guns in the streets of Haiti?
Well, who's letting the guns come in? You don't think the government has a hand in letting the gang
Mm.
a citizen purchase a gun and you have gun?
Mm. You could say that. You could say that, but not really.
We right. Okay, so that's because there's probably a lot of restrictions, like Mexico, on Haitian citizens owning guns. You know, they probably maybe not as strict as Mexico, but there's certain restrictions. I mean, if you think about it, businesses and stuff, you know, you don't. I don't. Obviously, I'm not there, but you know, is there businesses where there's people that have guns, you know, to guard the business? You know, I mean, you know, the cartels are able, or the cartels, the gangs are able to get them. But I mean, my opinion, just knowing what I know about Haiti now, more than I want to, is there's government officials are letting that happen. You know, they're letting the guns come in, and who's it going to? It isn't like they're letting them come in for import to be sold at a gun store there in Port-au-Prince or Cap Haitian. You know, where somebody could purchase them. You know, maybe go through their background check. So, you know, by suing the gun manufacturers, I mean, what's that going to do? You know, so it's just a matter of how you combat it. And that down there in Haiti, I think it's strictly at this point now, it's a government problem. It's just that things are so corrupt there. You know, it doesn't matter who you put in office. It doesn't matter what party's in power. There's strings being pulled from external forces, and the United States may be involved. You know, with other countries. So until they stand up, you know, whoever's there, and for the people, you know, it's going to remain the same. You know, there's no constitution that keeps anybody in checks and balances of anything. You know, if somebody steals, they just steal. So this is all driven by money and power.
Mm-hmm. Let's go into the audience a little quickly. Ernest, thank you for joining. Manila, how's it going? Yo soy Kayla. How's it going? Thank you for stopping by. How's it going, sweetie? To understand the problem, we have to understand the uh, psych, psychosocial of the individual, including ages committing the crimes. We have it in Haiti that children under the age of 15 are committing crimes and having access to these guns. Do you think that if the diaspora stand up and start holding the US and even other places, other gun maker companies accountable, that that can start helping in the gun control area as far as it getting into Haiti so easily?
No, because they would come in, they're already coming in illegally, whether, you know, however they come in. Now think about this for a minute. I've seen in some videos a couple years ago. Who's to say, you know, everybody can manufacture in any country. So who's to say that they can't make homemade guns down there in Haiti? And I'll give you an example. In the Philippines, there's a lot of ghost guns that come to the United States coming from the Philippines. They're literally places in the jungle there in rural areas within the Philippines. They're actually making guns there. So just going after gun makers, that okay, you put a little plug in. If they were successful, uh, that put a plug into it, but you just see more of a demand for ghost guns, and they would come from places like the Philippines and other places that know how to manufacture them by hand. So you know the game doesn't stop. It's just maybe the players change, but the game in itself doesn't stop. It's all driven by money and power.
So, as an American, you don't think that gun makers should be held accountable for some of the violence that we are seeing in places such as Haiti or Mexico?
No, no, only because it's not the gun itself; it's the individual using it. And then if you know, so if you do that again, if you hold them accountable, let's just say the U.S. manufacturing of guns get shut down because of some lawsuits. They all go out of business and bankrupt, right? All that would do is that would increase the amount of ghost guns that would be made or manufactured different places around the world. It would be there'd be an increase in price, which again it goes by demand, whether it's drugs, guns, whatever else. If there's a demand for it, there's a provider that's going to provide for it. That would literally drive the price up for the ghost guns, which would give more of an incentive to individuals in other countries to manufacture those. Obviously it's more by hand, but they can still produce a gun and then export that and bring it into Haiti or wherever. Let's just say it's in the Philippines. The gun might cost $200 down in the Philippines for a ghost gun. Close down all the manufacturers in the United States that produce guns, all of them. That would probably quadruple that demand for that same gun because
No,
the gangs.
we're not saying. Excuse me, because I don't want to be interruptive. We're not saying to close. Do you? Maybe because I'm in Haiti and I see it different, and I'm trying not to become what's the word? I'll think of the
Combative.
word. So crazy when not just combative. Now, because I don't want to say combative, but so passionate because I'm here and I see what's happening. But do you think that the gun makers have no responsibility for the amount of guns which gets into this country? Can you honestly say that they have zero?
Zero, because why? Because why? The manufacturers aren't the ones that are pulling the trigger. Yeah, so those same guns are being sold to people that hunt, the people that have guns in their homes. There's different states. My state now you can do it. Like in Texas, you can carry anywhere you want. Out here, I'm not totally in agreement with that. I agree guarding your home, but I'm saying is that if you sue the manufacturers, okay, that may possibly put them out of business if it's successful, which I don't think it would ever be. But if it was successful and put them out of business, then the people that they're law-abiding citizens, where would they have their guns and protect their homes? Where would they get them at? So you're punishing the people that are doing the right thing by other people that are doing the wrong thing with the same weapon.
I don't know. I'm seeing it different here, Stallion. So I'm gonna go into the audience, and it's always good to have a different perspective. So you guys that are watching, please interact. Parce que li mesye li même li di que se pa rien à fait de. Moi-même, moi di kon sa ke paske Meksik rele kompany ki fe zam yo nan la jistis, mwen se pou Haiti ta fe men bagay. Men li menm li di sa pa gen oken rapor pou fe avek mesye yo ki fe zam yo, paske zam pa touye moun, se moun a zam ki touye moun. Men mwen menm, mwen yon ti jan wè li diferan, so mwen ap mande nou bay opinion pa nou. Kiskeya, come on, yeah. How's it going, Kiskeya? Let me give a shout out to Sherry Hugh. Thank you for the $5 super chat. Thank you so much, guys. 77 in the house. Don't forget to hit the like button. Please share and please subscribe to this channel as you come in. Good afternoon to you too, Kiskeya, Manila, and I encourage you guys to interact because there's no politically correct here. Um, the question is, do you think that gun makers should be held accountable for certain uh, activities that's happening in certain countries, certain gun violence countries, example like Haiti and let's say Mexico. We see how in El Salvador how they were able to get control of certain things, and please share what you guys think. Manila says the population in Haiti is very young. In developed countries, our youth would have been in the army, not gang members. They are robbing our youth. Sherry Hughes says, do you think the United States have a part in what's happening in Haiti? I'm gonna ask you, our guest, that.
Well, I don't think with the guns in itself, but I think they have a hand in other avenues. We'll take the current example when the president, what his name is, Henry or whatever his name is, when he said that they weren't going to let any more planes leave Port-au-Prince to go to Nicaragua, there was no reason other than the United States telling them we're gonna cut down on this immigration thing, and I know that's directly from the United States. So
Return,
they do
return.
have.
Hold on 1 second so I can translate for you for our Creole speaking people. Li di kon sa ke li pap di directement tout bagay ka pase aux Haïti c'est américain, mais il dit un exemple. Li vin wè ke Ameriken gen un men nan seri de bagay, se lè ke Prime Minister nou te suspend avyon vole al sot Haiti ale directement Nicaragua. You may continue. I'm
Right.
just
So
translating.
right. So in other words, there was no reason for him to do that. Why would he? Why would that prime minister? I think it's prime minister they call it there. Why would he do that? Because it's really to the benefit of the country to let people go, because if they get to another country, they can earn money. They're going to send money back, which is going to put money in the Haitian economy. So why would he turn around and say no more flights leaving out of here? To me, that's a direct response of the United States, because whatever the United States, what little they're doing for Haiti, they probably threatened them and said, if you don't do this, we're going to do that. And it could have been anything from cutting off that program 2 year program to whatever. But he didn't do that. But you notice that no other there's 4 countries that were involved in that. You got Venezuela, you got Cuba, and actually Nicaragua. None of those leaders in those countries went along with whatever the United States wants, as far as letting people come in. It was only Haiti. So, I can, that's as clear a day to me. You can see a direct correlation. So, do I think the United States
Li-
with the gun issue?
mm,
No, I don't think they're directly involved with that. I think that's just the manufacturers and people that are able to get guns through different means here, and then export them down to Haiti. And again, when they're coming to Haiti, the government there's not doing anything about it. They're not stopping any of these shipments. And the reason why is because they're going to the gangs that have different their fingers in the government officials. It's a different relationship, but I see it as one is the Mexican cartels with the Mexican government. Money talks, BS walks. I mean, that's what it comes down to.
Li di ke wè la ke Ariel ki reprezente peyi nou, lè ke l te suspend vol soti Haiti ale direktman an Nicaragua, la ou wè gen yon bagay ki pi gwo ki ap pase, e se la ou ka wè ke Ameriken gen me yo nan seri de bagay, paske tout lot peyi te kampe an fas Ameriken, e menm le Ameriken te di yo ta ba yo sanksyon, yo pat kye, daye Nicaragua toujou kampe jan kampe, e li pap chanje sistem ni pou oken lot moun. Sa vle di ke, an nou di gen de pozisyon, gen de, prezident pa ka di yon moun kote l ka ale. Si moun nan vle achete tikel, epi il di ke ki bal vle ale, n'importe kote, d'ailleurs, c'est pour l gen visa, l gen paspor, se si se lot bo. La li wè ke, se la gouvernement pa nou montre ke yo ap travay avek lot men ki pi gwo, e sa se Ameriken nan sens ke li di a. Men li di tou nan menm sens, li pa wè ke se direktman se gouvernement Ameriken ki ap mette zam nan peyi a direktman, ki ap destabilize peyi a direktman, paske kompany sa ou se biznis yo ap fe. D'ailleurs, se job gouvernement pa nou pou gen kontrol fontyer, ke lè seri de bagay rive pou ke yo blokel, e sa ke li menm e tout le monde wè ke pa gen kontrol nan fontyer, e sa te fè de seri de bagay entre nan peyi. There's no control at the border, And that is why certain things are able to come into the country. So pour nous même qui fait qu'à entrer dans live là, pas oublier pour nous partager live là, abonner. Guys, gen 115, 112 qui a suivre, 16 like, pas oublier pour nous peser like button by like là et abonner. Um, so hold on a second. Ernest says, Chilo Fortune says, help me please. And what way can we help you? Ernest says, why don't the Haitian government take their responsibility, have strict policy on guns? Pour qui sa ke gouvernement pa nou an pa pran responsabilité yo, e yo mette loi ki red sou moun ki genyen zam nan men yo. So would you like to answer that question? Why do you think that the government have not put strict control on guns?
Well, because they're working with the gangs. There's connections. They're all intertwined there. The government, the some of the elites there in Haiti, and the gangs are all intertwined. It's just different gangs are supporting different political parties. I mean, it just goes back down to money again. But let's just say, for example, that the government had the resources and they weren't working with the gangs at all. Let's just give the scenario here. And let's say they had the resources, they weren't, there was no intertwining with the gangs or money or anything like that. Okay. You would just have, it would just be another mechanism for guns to come in, whether it's coming from the United States or ghost guns, they're going to get in there anyways. Yeah, that's the bottom line. Yeah, think about this for a minute. If they, any poor country, I've traveled a couple different countries. Every country I've traveled to has had strict gun ownership. You have to go. Some are just flat out like Mexico, where you can't own it under any conditions, to my understanding. Ghana,
Mm-hmm.
I know about Ghana now. Ghana has a lot of restrictions. You have to go through a lot of hoops to own a gun. Think about this for 1 minute. The guns were more accessible, where you could just do some sort of background check and own a gun. And let's just say that you cannot carry a gun outside of your home, but you can keep it inside of your home. Okay, as long as it's inside of your home, you can have a gun. How many people would have high walls with barbed wire and bars on their windows at that point? Yeah, that drives up the cost of having a home. The people have that because of people trying to break in, and if to come in, and if they're coming in, most of the time they're criminals, and the criminals have guns in most cases. It doesn't stop. The criminals are going to get the guns one way or the other. So if people were allowed to own guns within their home, think about it, it would decrease. The cost of building home would be less. People would be more secure. The criminal would think twice before they would enter your place, like they do down there in Haiti. It would be a whole different dynamic. But see, that hasn't happened, and that's why they can continue to do what they want.
Blanc pale, oui. On est blanc pale, Jean blanc pale, men l di, pou ni a si plis moun te gen akse pou yo achete zam pou yo mette nan peyi yo, ta pou yon lot bagay. Même gen de matériaux construction, nous pas tap acheter trop bagay sa yo. Gen de pile dépense nous fait même là on construction kay Haïti ou vin wè que même mi an vin gen nou a bord kay la et plus. Ça son dépense ou pas besoin faire parce que tout le monde même gens avec nous même qui aux États-Unis, Florida, stand your ground, Texas ou ka protéger tête tout. Plus moun tap gen zam accès pour yo gen zam la kay yo kounya. Le ou moun tap pense pour rentrer la ka ou pour vin faire un mauvais bagay, li tap réfléchi plus parce qu'elle connaît que là pendant la entrée li ka entrer et puis li même tout li ka pas sorti. So da pour li dit bagay zam nan c'est un problème. C'est plus semble et plus li wel nan moun qui problème nan que c'est zam yo exactement. So I want to continue. Jessica, hello, my sister, and thank you so much for tuning in. I'm Haitian American. It's not the guns, it's the people who prey on vulnerable people to do their dirty work, if you know what I mean. You can take away guns, but they will use a machete or a hammer, etc. Ernest says if you are a gun store owner, you will be out of business. Gun not the problem. Good people use guns also. So tout moun ap di ke se pa zam yo ki problem nan. Paske men bon moun itilize zam. Paske zam nan se yon baga ou sipoze gen pou proteje famyon. Pou lè ke ou moun vle fè ou mal e ou ka kampe pou proteje tèt ou. Manila says, I don't blame anyone but ourselves. We need to have professional, educated, and competent people to advocate for us. Please take advantage of unstable people take advantage of unstable countries. I'm gonna ask you this question. Do you think that destabilizing, and I see somebody ask that question, do you think destabilizing other countries help other countries' economy? Do you think that they take advantage of that?
I mean, that's a double-edged sword because if it's an unstable country, then that means, and it's let's say it's poor. Let's just say Haiti. Haiti's not the only poor country in the world. There's, like I said, I've been to other
But we
places
are
and
not
I've
poor.
seen.
We are not poor.
Well, I'm talking about financially. I'm not talking about resources or anything else. And that's exactly what I'm going to get to.
Probably poor
Haiti
in
has some.
community and security.
Haiti has a lot of resources there. If it's unstable, the one edge of the sword is no business wants to come in there and do business because of the issues that are going on there, right? There's all kinds of
Mhm.
resources there. So that in itself it's not good for business. The other side of the sword is if there are certain governments or other forces at work, they might want to keep it unstabilized for I only know what the benefit would be. Maybe I don't know what the benefit would be by keeping it unstable. To be honest with you, where they would benefit by because even in the United States, there's money being sent there in some forms to help out the government. So that's a burden. And if you have a country that's unstable, that increases the immigration of those people to come to where they're coming to the United States, Canada, other places. So I don't know where the benefit would be to anybody by keeping the country unstable. I mean, unless there's something I'm not aware of, because it's a cost of the taxpayers. It's a cost to the businesses that may want to locate there because they can get cheaper labor. Um, Haiti would be an excellent place for a lot of businesses to set up shop. It's close to the United States. There's resources there that they could use. You know, I mean, to me, it's a no-brainer from a business community. But I mean, like I said, if they're unstable, it creates a problem with the United States, and we just seen that by the prime minister of Haiti saying no more flights to Nicaragua because we don't want the Haitians to come up through to the U.S. So, I mean, there's more people coming in the country. We've seen enough of what's going on here in the United States. Obviously it's not all Haitian. There's a lot of Venezuelans and stuff, but it's creating a burden to the taxpayers. So, and Venezuela is an unstable country. So I don't see where the benefit would be to a government, where they would benefit by that. I just don't see the big picture in that.
Alrighty. Kiskale says there's a famous poem quote, a famous poem that quotes, "Oh, what a tangle web we weave when first we practice to deceive." We might be at a point of no return when it comes to the production of guns, but it is an evil. And I want to say, because you have to accept the truth. What's evil is our decision making, guys, in this country. We destroying ourselves. And that's something I've said many and many a times. No one can pay me to destroy my own house. That must mean I have mental issues. And if, in fact, that's what's happening in our country, we're destroying ourselves because as we are seeing all over the world, Haitians are fighting. to get away from here. And it's not easy when it's not just because you make it to Dominican Republic that they are going to embrace you wholeheartedly because of what's happening in Haiti. So the more we destroy our own house, the more we hurt no one but ourselves. Think Jeffrey Pierre says, El Cher, where are you from? Cherry, do you think I've asked that question? Jessica says, you are seeing the tool, but not the actual issue. They should ban guns, but because there is a hidden agenda, it won't solve the violence because they want the people out of the country to take over. Do you think banning guns would be a good idea in our country?
No. I think it has the opposite effect. Actually, it'd be worse. I don't know what the restrictions are in Haiti for guns, but I'm saying if it was like Mexico, I don't think it's as bad as Mexico, but um, by banning gun, well, we use an example of Mexico. Mexico bans guns for anybody to own legally, except for the police and the government, the army, and so forth, right? But did it stop violence? No, it's worse there than a lot of places around the world. I mean, there's your example right there. What happens when you ban guns? They're still going to get them, whether they come from the United States, somebody does gun purchase and gets it across the border, or whether they come from ghost guns, like I seen on a documentary coming from the Philippines. They're going to get it regardless. So if you can't control the guns to start with, whether legal or illegal, then you have to let the people that would qualify, at least in my opinion, to keep them in their homes to defend their homes. I mean, that's again, let's just use Haiti for example. If I lived down there and I was allowed to own guns, okay, I could go to my gun store, go through whatever background check, and purchase guns to keep inside my home. Word would and there's other people who had guns there, okay, not just me. Do you think the gangs would be so quick just to come in and run and kick in your door because they're going to be met by a gun? I mean, that they would think twice, or they'd have to strategize how they're going to move. So, but right now, from what I can see, everybody's vulnerable. You're just waiting, just like sitting ducks.
Hmm. Wow. Alrighty. Sherry says, great question. Mommy Jocelyn, how's it going? Hello, guys. Yes, I'm angry with him. And Jessica, big up. Y'all must be talking. Jessica says, hello, the elites, government gangs, and other elites in different countries are all working together. That's a world system theory in many countries. Please share the live, guys. Please share. Probably pour nous partager live là. And if you have yet to subscribe to this channel and it is your first time here, please subscribe and don't forget to check out some of the other uploads so you can know more about this channel. Jessica's Manila says, tell them, Marie, we cannot be poor financially if there are resources. That's true. Elvis Garcia de Jesus Semari, c'est Haïti, pas un pays pauvre. Si Haïti pas un pays pauvre, pour qui ça gen 3 millions de dollars dans République Dominicaine et chaque jour, yo continue entrer illégalement et puis rempli l'hôpital dominicain yo. Pou mande yon bon kesyon, mbral tradil pou moun yo ka kompon sa ou mande en anglais, Creole, en anglais too. He asked a question, he says, if Haiti is not a poor country, pou ki sa gen 3 million dollars nan, why are we basically spending $3 million a day with the Dominican Republic? And we continue to go into Dominican Republic illegally and fill up their hospitals. Lè nou di ke Haiti pa pov frem, mwen djou ke a resous ke peyi nou gen, peyi nou ou pa ka jam mette peyi Haiti avek sa ki pov. Sa ki pov se moun ki dirije peyi yo, se espri moun ki dirije peyi nou ki pov. Et là, mettez Saint-Domingue avec Haïti, c'est là où on compare ou dit que nous pauvres, vrai, parce que c'est pour qui ça que nous avons mis 3 millions de dollars américains par jour dans Saint-Domingue, c'est parce que les peuples haïtiens sont peuples qui sans honte, un peuple qui sans figure. Parce que nous plutôt investir dans l'autre pays pendant que yo a fait pays que pour nous investir dans le pays pas nous. D'ailleurs, toujours dit nous, moi pas de problème avec Saint-Domingue parce que Saint-Domingue a fait pays, so normalement si vous voulez aller prendre plaisir, vous voulez aller visiter, vous supposez capable, mais nous supposons faire des séries d'investissements dans le pays pas nous. Pour qui ça nous pas l'hôpital parce que trop sans honte. Là nous botte l'argent pays à nous courir avec Saint-Domingue. Normalement pays nous pas gain l'hôpital. C'est pas parce que un problème directement avec peuple haïtien. You know, people say Haiti is poor and we're poor, you know, and I say it's because the Haitian people really have no regards to their own problems. That $3 million American money can be spent in the Dominican Republic per day from Haitian people. And I'm not here to tell people what to do because, of course, there are a lot of situations in Haiti that encourages people to leave out of Haiti. But if we would use some of that money to invest in our country, you would see a difference. Um, that's just how I see it. Okay, we need to invest in Haiti a lot more, and in order to do so, guys, you have to be willing to be present. Là, attendez que tout investissement ça n'a fait. Right there, là au Cap, nous avons fait des séries de belles bagailles, peuple haïtien, pour Haïti. Parce que l'air que nous jugeons tout Haïti, nous dit tout Haïti, c'est Port-au-Prince, mais nous tous connaissons que non, Noah, il pas même gens. You know, this is just really conflicting. We make ourselves seem poor to the world when it's really not. The issue is, and I say this all the time, is there's not enough love from our own people for our own country. Because if we can spend, and this is just from what you're saying, I'm not saying it's the truth, but if that much money can be spent into Dominican Republic by Haitians, that money can be invested to right there in the north of Haiti. So as far as hospitals, that's on our leaders. More money need to be invested, made, and spent into Haiti to take care of the Haitian people. That doesn't make us poor because of that. What it is we have poor leadership. When money come into this country, it's not staying in this country, nor are people using it to invest into Haiti. That doesn't make us a poor country. I don't know. Would you like to say something about that? Would you like for me to translate it for you, Stallion?
Yeah, yeah,
Um,
yeah.
he says if Haiti is not a poor country, then why $3 million is spent in the Dominican Republic per day, and Haitians continue to enter there illegally and continue to fill up the Dominican Republic hospitals.
So what was the
I
question?
guess if
I'm
Haiti is
still.
not poor, then why are we spending $3 million a day in the Dominican Republic? I didn't get that one. Why are we
Yeah.
going there illegally? I understand that one. Why
Well,
are we
3 million.
filling up their hospitals on a daily? Haitian people. I understand that one.
Well, okay. Well, let me interpret what I think it is. My opinion: the $3 million a day are the Haitians that are in the Dominican Republic, and obviously they have to spend. They're working jobs over there, legal or illegally. So they have to spend their money there because that's where they're living at. They have to buy food, they have shelter, and so forth and so on. So yeah, it might even be more than 3 million. I mean, depending, but whatever the number is, they're earning wages there in the Dominican Republic, and they're and also think about this. Think about the Haitians that are in the Dominican Republic that are receiving money from the diaspora in the United States and Canada. They're being sent to their family that might be there. So there's money being pumped in. So, whether they're in Haiti or Dominican Republic, if we have family in the diaspora, they're sending money. It's being spent in that country where they're living at.
That's true. Um, Anderson Felt says it has been conditioned. Hello, Mr. Felt. How's it going? Thank you for joining. Thank you for joining us. It has been conditioned, created, assassination of a president, and like poverty, unstable politics. Unstable political after the assassination of the president Jovenel Moise, everything has been derailed. Um, there haven't been hospitals for a while in our country, so and that's an issue that needs to be addressed. And I always say that that department definitely should be led by Haitian Americans that have compassion, that have that calling for that area, because it doesn't make sense even when a high official in our country is hurt that they have to travel out of the country to get medical attention. So can you imagine what um, daily Haitians have to go through to get medical attention? One of the things too, I always tell people, some people think that forget what people think. I'm for our relationship with the Dominican Republic, because if it wasn't for the Dominican Republic, a lot of our people in Haiti would have died a long time ago. Because let's say pharmaceutically, there's a lot of medication that Haitian people need that right here in Haiti Stallion they will not sell you. Such as if someone is diabetic, their medication have to continuously come from the Dominican Republic. So you want to ask yourself, is this a system that is set up purposefully? Because if it can reach the Dominican Republic, why can't it reach to Haiti?
Well, I mean, okay. I mean, but again, any businesses that are in Haiti are always going to be at risk. So you have less people that are willing to open up businesses there because of the security issue. Because of the government red tape they may put out there. It could be a number of different things, and that's why medication is not as accessible to come over. And plus, too, I mean, let's face it, the money. I mean, everything. If it's a profit motive, if they can't make money over there selling medication, I mean, you have to have the money to pay government or individuals. And according to what I read, the statistics there, the average wage is pretty low there. So
The Haitian people, but the average wage in Haiti is low, but look at how much money is being spent by Haitians into Dominican Republic. We have a ton of pharmacies here. I think we have more pharmacies than hospitals. Why is it that if someone is, let's say, diabetic, that certain medications in Haiti they don't have access to? I really, but right there in the Dominican Republic, people get it. Comprend? So, problem l'hôpital la, mwen men mwen wel, son problem nou gen pou un bon titan. Da m pa plome non moun, men an nou bay tet nou verite, nou gen problem sa pou un bon titan nan peyi ya. An pil bagay yo mette di se l'hôpital, ou ka konte sou men un bon l'hôpital ki gen nan peyi ya, ki vin fe ke le gen un bon problem. Eske 3, 4, 5 l'hôpital sa yo ka, eske yo ka pran 2 milyon de pep nou gen nan peyi ya? Yo pa kapab. Nou bezwen plis l'hôpital. So, problem l'hôpital la, mpa pral non menon e pi metel sou moun, we can't just name this have been an ongoing issue. We need hospitals, a healthy people is I think healthy people is a healthy country. And those are things that I do want to say that the Dominican Republic have been very helpful towards Haitians for in a lot of ways. So please don't let it go. Let it go. All of that comes from our leaders too. Sorry, sir. Do your research again. Help goes to unstable countries. However, the agenda for helping others is hitting. When you have people constantly putting you down and calling you poor, you start believing in it and acting as such. Wake up, my fellow Haitians, and mobilize professional, based on profession and education. Sporting Goods says, can they get mail order meds? Yes, a lot of our people in Haiti, that's what they have to do is get medications either brought in, mailed in, and those are certain chronic medications. That's something that I could never really understand in our country. Rob, how's it going? Sak Pase Marie here to support. How's it going, Rob? Thank you. Greetings to all in the chat. Elvis says, exactly, Sis Marie. Can you do exactly what the DR is doing to their country? Haiti has the land, beaches, then the DR has the land, the beaches, then the DR. The biggest difference is that Haitians don't take care of their natural resources. And I'm not here to dispute that. Half of my life, that's what we, really talk about is the fact that we have the ability to do the same thing as any other country, but we are not stepping up and taking responsibility and doing so because we value everything else than putting this country's well-being first. So yes, Rob, let's all support our dear Haitian brothers and sisters. Black Diamond says, who is this guy that Clint himself on every topic of the Haitian people? Why is any business of his doesn't effort of his own culture that is overwhelming? All right, Stallion, we've been on for over an hour. I want to thank you. You've been a wonderful guest. And it's always a pleasure to have you come over and spend some time here with us on Life in Haiti. Any last words to the people in reference to this topic? Because I stand on it that the Haitian people, diasporas, those that are studying law, it needs to be um, some type of accountability on gun makers in reference to how guns are being sold to the Haitian people, how guns are getting into Haiti. Because even though guns do not kill people itself, but we know that when it gets in the wrong hands, that it could be a catastrophe. So you had a good analysis. That's just my opinion.
Right. Well, again, if you ban, well, like I said, you don't have to look far. The whole thing is about guns itself, whether it's the manufacturers or having them legal or whatever it may be. Mexico is a good example of it. To my understanding, unless they've changed, that you cannot own a gun in Mexico unless you're part of the police force or government or whatever it may be. Okay, if it's illegal to own a gun, then why is crime so high and the people all are the criminals? So, again, it goes back to defending yourself. You're saying if we, if you sue the manufacturers, I don't think it would ever be successful. But let's just say there was watch a whole documentary on it. You'd have ghost guns. The price of ghost guns would go up immensely because there's always going to be a demand for it, whether it's law-abiding citizens or criminals. So it doesn't stop. That doesn't stop anything. You have to deal with the criminals themselves, and that's what's not being done. Whether it's in Haiti or whether it's in Mexico or you know, there's all kinds of stuff going on. Just being, stuff that would normally throw you in jail, you're getting a parking ticket for now. So, San Francisco, LA, people are moving out. So, I mean, you have to deal with that from that aspect, not the weapon.
Hmm. Well, I want to thank you so much. We definitely will catch up again, and we'll do this again.
All right. Hey, appreciate being on.
Always, yes, always good to have
All right.
you on.
Take,
All
all
right.
right. All right. Take care.
So, guys, I just want to thank you all so much for spending this beautiful afternoon with Life in Haiti. I'd say continue to make your voice heard for the people of Haiti. Haiti today, guys, in certain areas is very difficult for the average Haitian person to just live a normal life. And as I read in that article, a lot has changed within our country. Certain businesses are not operating. You have it honestly, Haiti today by 5 o'clock, the whole Port-au-Prince is shut down. You have businesses, food places, restaurants, everybody are rushing to close. And all of that, guys, have an effect on the economy because people are being careful. People are making sure that they protect themselves as the business owner to protect their employees. And if they can't guarantee you a level of safety, even as coming in as a customer, so, guys, continue to make your voice heard for Haiti. Um, Gun makers in the United States, as Stallion says, it is not their fault that certain things comes with our own responsibility. As I said, the live is solely my opinion, guys. It doesn't make it a fact, so everyone have their opinion. But we do know that in Haiti, guys, it is the responsibility of us to do the right thing in our country. The problem is black market, the black market. Gene Moslin, how's it going? Rob says if you ban guns, the gun makers, will just sell to government and law enforcement. And we know that crooks are in those places too. You need to go after the negative people with these guns. Gene says no, because some good people go to black market guns for cheap and also protection. Yes, guys. I just want to tell you thank you so much for the support. Thank you, Miss Sherry Earl, for sponsoring this live with such a great super chat. Thank you guys so much. If you are just tuning in, don't forget to hit the like button. Please share the live. Continue to make your voice heard for Haiti. Haitian American, guys. I believe that the change that we are in need of is in you guys' hands. So don't forget about Haiti as you study and in your talents to use it to be a blessing to the people of Haiti. I love you guys. I will see you guys sometime this week. I'm not sure yet what's happening, but I'm hoping to be able to get my transportation back and be able to take you guys up to the school with me sometime this week. So be kind to one another, guys. Tell somebody you love them. Appreciate life, for nothing in life is promised to us. Every day is a gift. Live in the moment so that we can appreciate. You can appreciate the moment, guys. Until next time, I'm working on an upload. Almost done with it, guys. On meeting my grandfather, so I will make a post on when I'm ready to drop that, so I can get you guys to tune in and watch that with me, guys. You guys take care. Love you all. Until next time. I thank God for letting me see Haiti in my lifetime. I think every person of color should visit Haiti at least one time in their life, especially the north of Haiti, Cap Haitian. That's a very safe area. You could come and visit now. Visit Fort Liberté so you could see, the beginning of freedom, where it started. We are trying to use our talents, yes, and I know you guys are too. Um, See you guys next time. Take care, guys.